Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good.
Because he just knocked dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me,
They're
I thought he was a con
they're-
artist,
no, they're-
just based off his look.
They're an edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. Got a lot to talk about today. Got a pretty big slate of NBA games today. We'll talk some more about the NFL divisional round playoffs coming up this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Not today, but tomorrow we'll talk UFC. Talk UFC this Saturday. We might talk a little bit about today, but we'll go through. But tomorrow on Easy Money, we'll go through the NBA games, and then we'll go through all the fights for the UFC this weekend. Yeah, probably do that either tomorrow or Friday. But we'll go through all the fights for the UFC. But we got a big slate of NBA games today. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. Our picks went my picks went 5-1 yesterday. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room, our sports talk show. We cover all the top stories in sports. Usually there's a couple other guys here with me, and we have some good conversations. So come check that out, 7 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. You can find both those shows in podcast form on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Also, we have a new weekly pro wrestling podcast that drops every Sunday at 9 a.m. It's called GWR, Gonzo's Wrestling Room. We cover independent wrestling, AEW, WWE, NXT. We just talk wrestling as a whole. Usually there's a couple other guys that come here with me. My dad is a big part of that. He comes in here, we talk wrestling. That drops every Sunday at 9. You can find it on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it. Also, if you'd like to watch the video version instead of just listening to audio, the video version also drops on YouTube every Sunday morning at 9. We have 2 episodes on there. Third episode will be coming out this Sunday at 9. So go check out GWR. I think if you're a wrestling fan, I think you'll really enjoy it. All right. Also, check out our social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we share everything about all of our shows. Our daily picks for Easy Money, a sports betting show. Go to our social media accounts, interview announcements, just anything to do with the show you can find on our social media accounts. And not just our show. You can find things about a lot of the independent wrestling organizations around in Indiana. I think we've done about 8 live shows now where we go live stream and do commentary. Got another one this weekend as we're going to Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling for WPW 5. Has a stacked card. Doors open at 2, bell times at 3. Let's pack the house in Danville, Indiana for Warrior Pro Wrestling. If you can't make it there, join us live on YouTube and Twitch as we'll be doing a live stream, live commentary. It's going to be a great show. You don't want to miss it. So join us Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time for that. Today, like I said, we'll get in the NBA. Then later tonight, we have GSR. Tomorrow on Thursday, we have Easy Money, a sports betting show at 1. We got some big things planned coming up. So make sure you stay tuned to our social media accounts. Check our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notifications so you never miss when we are live. I think we're at 144 or 145 subscribers now on our YouTube page. Trying to get up past 150 by the end of this week. So please hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on Twitch or on Facebook, we appreciate that as well. Please hit the like buttons, the follow buttons, and all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate the more that you like and share, like our stuff and share our stuff, the more it helps us get content out to more people. Sniper _ juice. Come on, man. I'm back. I'm glad you're back. Thanks for coming back. But all right, let's jump into some NBA. Like I said, our picks yesterday went 5-1. Yesterday I picked 2 NBA games. I went 1-1 on the NBA. Then I went 3-0 in college basketball and 1-0 in hockey last night. So all right, we'll go ahead and get started here. First game we have in the NBA starts at 7:10 p.m. Eastern tonight. You have the Brooklyn Nets at the Washington Wizards. The Nets are 1-point favorites in this game. They're minus 108 on the money line. The Wizards are also minus 108 on the money line. They have this game basically as a pick 'em. Over-under for this game is set at 234. I like the Nets in this game. I know I think KD's out for this game. I remember he sprained the knee or ankle or something. But even with KD out, the Nets with Harden and their other guys have enough to beat the Wizards. And this is a game Kyrie will be playing in too. So I like the Nets on the money line for this game. I just don't think the Wizards are going to be able to score enough points to keep up with the Nets. I would lean toward the under the 234 as well in that game. But I really like the Nets money line. Next game, the Orlando Magic at the Philadelphia 76ers. The Sixers are 12-point favorites at home. They're minus 800 on the money line. The Magic are plus 550 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 214. The Magic are not a very good team. They're a team that's rebuilding. They have some young players, but they're not a team that I think is going to be able to keep up with Philadelphia. I think 12 points is too much. 12 points, a lot of points to give up in an NBA game, even against a team that's not very good. What I like in this game, is the over the 214. Neither one of these teams have great defenses. So I like the over the 214 in this game. Next game is the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta is 1.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 120 on the money line. Minnesota is plus 102 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 235.5. I like Minnesota in this game. They're healthy. They finally gotten completely healthy, and since they have been healthy, they've been playing good ball. They've won 6 of their last 7 games. The Hawks don't have no defense. They can score a lot of points. And I think it really hurts the Hawks getting rid of Reddish. Now they just depend on Trae Young even more. I like the Minnesota Timberwolves at the money line at the plus 102. All right, next game, 7:40 p.m. Eastern. 7:40 p.m. Eastern. You have the Charlotte Hornets at the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are 3.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Hornets are plus 130 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 219 and a half. Neither one of these teams are great. The Hornets have one of the top offenses in the league. I think they're maybe at 3rd or 4th now. They were the top offense in the league for a lot of the season, but their defense is not very good at all. The Celtics are just so inconsistent, real inconsistent. But, man, I lean toward the Hornets in this game, but what I really like in this game is the over the 219.5. Yeah, I like the over the 219.5 in that game is what I favored the most. I kind of lean toward the Hornets winning this game just because of their offense. Their offense, I think, is going to be able to maybe outscore the Celtics. Next game, also at 7:40 p.m. Eastern, you have the Portland Trailblazers at the Miami Heat. The Heat are 9-point favorites at home. They're minus 400 on the money line. The Trailblazers are plus 315 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 211.5. The Trailblazers are struggling, especially without Damian Lillard. Now it puts a whole hell of a more load on McCollum. And I just think that's too much. I like the Heat in this game. But again, 9 points in the NBA game is a lot of points. Because hell, they get a big lead at the end of games. They'll put in their subs. You never know what's going to happen. But I like the over the 211.5. I would lean toward the over the 211.5 in this game. Then we have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are 6.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 255 on the money line. The Grizzlies are plus 210 on the money line. The over-under for this game is set at 229.5. This is going to be a good game. The Bucks got off to a slow start this season, but a lot of that was due to injuries and then health and safety protocols. Now they're healthy. They've been playing better. And Memphis has been one of the surprise teams in the league. John Morant, in my opinion, is playing at an MVP level. He's hit some clutch shots as well. I really like this Grizzlies team. I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies here on the plus 6.5. I like the Grizzlies plus 6.5. Next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Chicago Bulls. The Cavs are 3-point favorites on the road. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Bulls are plus 130 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 215. The Bulls are still without LaVine, and they've struggled their last few games. The Cavs aren't a bad team at all, and they're still going to get some players back. I like the Cavs in this game on the road here on the money line. I just don't without LaVine. I just don't think the Bulls have enough that they're going to be able to beat the Cavs. And I think they still might have a couple other players out as well. I can't remember. I'll have to look it back up. Let me see real quick. If I remember. Yeah, Bulls are on a 3-game losing streak. They played the Grizzlies. Played the Grizzlies the other night. Was the last game the Bulls played. The Cavs were on a 4-game winning streak. I like the Cavs in this game at the minus 154 on the money line. All right, next game is the Toronto Raptors at the Dallas Mavericks. This game will start at 8:40 p.m. Eastern. The Mavericks are 3.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 172 on the money line. The Raptors are plus 144 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 208. Raptors play good defense. They hold their opponents to about 99 to 100 points a game. But they can struggle. They can struggle on offense sometimes. But if they get fully healthy, I mean, they can be a problem. They don't have that big star, but they have a collection of good ball players. The Mavericks, just inconsistent. I do think that Porzingis is close to coming back. If he might get to come back he might be back. If he ain't back, he's getting ready to come back. I favor the Mavericks in this game, and I would favor the over the 208. Then we have the Oklahoma City Thunder at the San Antonio Spurs. This game's at 8:40 p.m. Eastern tonight. The Spurs are 7.5-point favorites. They're minus 275 on the money line. OKC is plus 225 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 221. I think the Spurs are the better team here, and they've been playing better ball. But 7.5 points is a little much for me to lay. And I don't feel comfortable enough to be on the other side of this game as well. I do like the under the 221 in this game. 9:10 Eastern time tonight, you have the Houston Rockets at the Utah Jazz. The Jazz are minus 13.5-point favorites. They're minus 1,100 on the money line. The Rockets are plus 700 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 231. The Rockets aren't a good team. They got off to a terrible start, but then they did play well, went on a winning streak there, improved the record some. But the Jazz is one of the best offenses in the league. I think the Jazz win this game, but again, I don't like laying that many points in the NBA game, double-digit points like that in the NBA. Just not what I like to do. I would lean toward the under the 231 on this game. Clippers at Nuggets. Nuggets are 8.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 390 on the money line. The Clippers are plus 310 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 213.5. I lean toward the Nuggets in this game, but both these teams are battling injuries. You got Paul George is out for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard hasn't played all year. For the Nuggets, you have Jamal Murray out. You got Michael Porter Jr. out. So a lot of it lies on Jokic, but the Clippers are relying on some backup guards. But the other night, last week, I watched the Clippers beat the Nuggets. Amir Coffey went off for the Clippers. I like the Clippers at the plus 8.5 in this game. Next game, the Detroit Pistons at the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento Kings are 7.5-point favorites. They're minus 295 on the money line. The Pistons are plus 240 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 221 and a half. Pistons are just a bad team. Pistons got beat last night by the Golden State Warriors. So this is a second game of a back-to-back for the Pistons. I like the Sacramento Kings here at the minus 7.5, and I will lean toward the under the 221.5 in this game. Then the nightcap, we have the Indiana Pacers against the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are 5.5-point favorites at home. They're minus 205 on the money line. The Pacers are at plus 172 on the money line. Over-under for this game set at 225. If you're new to watching this show, I'm a big Pacers fan. We're located in Indiana. Big Colts fan, big Pacer fan. Pacers have been real disappointing this season. I really thought we'd be maybe competing for at least third or fourth in the East. Instead, we're at the bottom of the East. Our defense has been terrible, but the Lakers haven't been great. I want to take the Pacers here, but every time I take the Pacers, they burn me. So, but I do like the Pacers at the plus 5.5, and I like the under the 225. Is what I would lean toward in that game. All right, that's all of the NBA games for tonight. College basketball, you have American at Army. This game starts at 6 p.m. Eastern. Army's a 9.5-point favorite. They are minus 550 on the money line. American is plus 400 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 137.5. I like Army to win this game, but I don't like the 9.5 points. This is a game I'm probably going to stay away from. Then we have 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You have Mississippi State at Florida. Florida is a 6-point favorite. They're minus 245 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 137.5. I like Florida at the minus 6. In this game, and I would lean toward the over the 137.5. North Carolina A&T at UNC Asheville. UNC Asheville is a 6-point favorite. They're minus 255 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 140. I lean toward UNC Asheville in this game, and I lean toward the under the 140. Hampton at Radford. Radford is a 6.5-point favorite. They're minus 320 on the money line. Hampton is plus 255 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 132.5. I would lean toward Radford here, but I'm not giving up 6.5 points. Game I'll probably stay away from. George Washington at St. Joseph's, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. St. Joseph's is an 8.5-point favorite. They're minus 400 on the money line. George Washington is plus 310 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 147. I lean toward the favorite St. Joseph's to win this game. But again, this game I'm probably staying away from. I'm not laying 8.5. Have Wake Forest at Georgia Tech. Wake Forest is a 2.5-point favorite on the road. They're minus 134 on the money line. Georgia Tech is plus 112 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 143. I like Wake Forest here at the minus 2.5. And the over the 142. You have LaSalle at Rhode Island, 7 p.m. Eastern. Rhode Island is a 13-point favorite. They're minus 1050 on the money line. LaSalle is plus 660 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 135.5. I would lean toward Rhode Island, but I'm not laying 13 points. And I would lean toward the over the 135.5. You have Vermont at NJIT. Vermont is a 14.5-point favorite. They are minus 1450 on the money line. NJIT is plus 800 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 133.5. I would lean toward Vermont in this game, but like I said, I'm not giving up 14.5 points in a college basketball game because it's so unpredictable. You never know. I do like the over the 133.5. Got USC Upstate against Gardner Webb. Gardner Webb is a 12.5-point favorite. They're minus 1,000 on the money line. USC Upstate is plus 590 on the money line. Over-unders at 139.5. I lean toward Gardner Webb in this game, but not enough to lay 12.5. I have Albany at UMBC. This game is at 7 o'clock tonight. UMBC is minus 4.5-point favorites. They're minus 215 on the money line. Albany is plus 176 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 134.5. I like UMBC here at the minus 4.5. All right, let's jump over to a little bit of hockey real quick. Got the Arizona Coyotes against the New Jersey Devils. The Devils are 1.5-point favorites on the puck line. They're minus 200 on the money line. The Coyotes are plus 164 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 6. I would lean toward the Devils here at the minus 1.5 on the puck line. You got the Toronto Maples at the New York Rangers. Maple Leafs are 1.5-point favorites on the puck line. They're minus 154 on the money line. The Rangers are plus 128 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 5.5. I lean toward the Rangers here at home as a home dog, and also like the over the 5.5. Got the Colorado Avalanche versus the Anaheim Ducks. Avalanche are minus 1.5 on the puck line, minus 280 money line. The Ducks are plus 225 money line. Over under for this game's at 6.5. I like the Colorado Avalanche at the minus 1.5. All right, before we get to my picks of the day, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Our picks went 5-1 yesterday. All right. Yeah, we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. Our picks yesterday went 5-1. We'll get to my picks of the day. In the NBA, I like the Brooklyn Nets money line over the Washington Wizards. I like the Minnesota Timberwolves money line over the Atlanta Hawks. I like the Memphis Grizzlies plus 6.5. I like the Cleveland Cavaliers money line. And in college basketball, I like Florida minus 6. And I like Wake Forest minus 2.5. That's going to be my picks for today. To recap my picks today, I like the Nets money line, Minnesota Timberwolves money line, the Memphis Grizzlies plus 6.5, the Cleveland Cavaliers money line. Hold on. Okay. I messed up there. All right, so my picks are the Nets money line, the Timberwolves money line, the Grizzlies plus 6.5, the Cleveland Cavaliers money line, and Florida minus 6, Wake Forest minus 2.5. So that's what, 7 picks for today. Nets money line, T-Wolves money line, Grizzlies plus 6.5, Cleveland money line, Florida minus 6, Wake Forest minus 2.5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 picks. All right, L. Let's add one more. I'm gonna add the Colorado Avalanche and hockey. I think that was at -1. And hold on, let me see, because I'd like the Avalanche in that game a lot. Yeah, Avalanche -1.5. So I'm gonna have that's 7 picks for today. Nets money line, T-Wolves money line, the Grizzlies money line, Cleveland Cavaliers money line, Florida minus 6, Wake Forest minus 2.5, and Colorado Avalanche minus 1.5. All right, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Like I said, don't forget we're live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. Come join us. We're giving out winners. Tell a friend about us. Please hit that like button, the subscribe buttons, the follow button. We'd appreciate it. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. There'll be some new Easy Money gear and GSR gear dropping hopefully by Friday. And we're going to have some new GWR gear as well. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies, long sleeve tees. You can see some of the shirts here behind me. Go check out our merch store and get yourself some GSR gear. Also, we have a donation page at that same link. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, you can do that as well. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Gonzo Sports Room. That's where we post everything about all of our shows. We got some big things coming here in 2022 for the GSR network. We have under the GSR network, we have Easy Money, the sports betting show. We have GSR Gonzo Sports Room, the sports talk show. We have the GWR Live, where we do live pro wrestling interviews. Then we do have our new GWR weekly podcast. New episode drops every Sunday at 9 a.m. The first 2 episodes have been fire. You need to go check. If you haven't checked them out, go check them out. You can find it on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Or if you want to listen to video, or if you'd like to watch the video version of GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room, the new weekly pro wrestling podcast, you can find that on YouTube. It drops every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on YouTube and on all the podcast platforms. First 2 episodes, like I said, have been fire. 3rd episode will drop this Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Hit that subscribe button. That way you get notifications of when we go live and when we post stuff. There was some. Oh, don't forget this Sunday, Warrior Pro Wrestling in Danville, Indiana. Doors open at 2. Bell time is at 3 p.m. Eastern time. They have a stacked card. They have Jared Kripke on the card. Blake Money Wright. Buck Sexton's on the card. We interviewed him last night. He's also the owner of Warrior Pro Wrestling. You got Dutch Boy Platinum, who's been on the show, is on the card. A lot of people on the card that we've seen. You got Del Patrick's on the card against Jared Kripke, 2 guys that I think are right up there as some of the best in Indiana. But that whole card is stacked with talent. Come join us Sunday, Danville, Indiana, 3 p.m. Eastern, bell time. Doors open at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you can't make it to Danville, Indiana, we have you covered here at GSR. We will be live in Danville, Indiana at Warrior Pro Wrestling. We'll be streaming and doing live commentary. You can find that on our YouTube and Twitch channel at Gonzo Sports Room. So if you can't make it to Danville, come join us. Like I said, this will be like our 8th or 9th live show that we went live stream. So come join us Sunday. Then we just had another big announcement here. We're here in Muncie, Indiana, on February 19th. DCCW, which is the first wrestling promotion that gave us a shot at doing a live stream, doing live commentary of their show and putting it out there. They're having a big show here in Muncie, Indiana, at the National Guard Armory on February 19th. WWE Hall of Famers. I can't even remember how many time NWA championships right now off the top of my head. But the Rock and Roll Express is going to be live in Muncie, Indiana, February 19th at DCCW. I know front row tickets are limited. If you need tickets, get a hold of me. I will have tickets probably later today. Get a hold of me. I can get you tickets, or go to Delaware County Championship Wrestling Facebook. Send them a message. Somebody will get back with you. That's going to be a great show on February 19th. Might be one of the last times to see Rock and Roll Express, because this is supposed to be their last year touring together. I'm looking forward to it. There's also a seminar that day. For $40, you come to the seminar, get to pick the brain of 2 WWE Hall of Famers and one of the greatest tag teams in the history of wrestling. So that's from 1 to 3 on that Saturday, February 19th. So come support Indiana independent wrestling. Like I said, this Sunday we're going to be streaming live at Warrior Pro Wrestling. Then next Sunday we'll be streaming live at MPG Wrestling in Bloomington, Indiana on January 29th. They have a stacked card as well, and we'll be streaming that live. That Friday night we'll be in Terre Haute, Indiana at HCW Wrestling. We won't be doing a live stream for our network. We're going down there to check it out, and then I'm going to do commentary with their commentary team for a couple matches, and that'll get posted on IWTV. I want to thank everybody for your support. Don't forget, during the mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern, I'm on ASAP Sports Network, All Sports, All Plays Network. I'm on the ASAP Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can find that on Facebook, YouTube. Come check it out. Pretty entertaining conversation. So come check me out on that in the mornings. We'll be live tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Have a lot of big topics to talk about. We're going to break down all the NFL playoff games this weekend. We'll talk some NBA. Going to be a great show. So come join us tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks for joining us. Thank you for all the support. Please hit that subscribe button. We will see you guys at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Be safe. Peace.